Today I have set a task to find a car for £500 that I can actually daily instead of driving all of our other cars.
Because all of our project cars tend to be old pieces of rubbish, or we end up modifying them beyond belief where they're uncomfortable, the windows don't go down, they've got bucket seats in, or we've got cars that are just unreliable. So me and Owen are going to search through FaceBay, eBay, the Auto Trader to see what is about for around that money.
Basically, I need to find a car that is a daily, which will have niceties like windows that go down or aircon. For £500, I very much doubt it. But the good thing is, me being an old trader, I do know how to find myself a deal.
Such as the Peugeot for no money, the Micra for no money, and the Golf, which started out as a decent car with full leather and interior for £800.
So as you can see, I can get a bargain, but me and Owen are going to trawl through FaceBay and see what we can find. And I'm near enough guaranteed there's going to be absolutely nothing apart from rubbish. Right, so I'm going to get my glasses on for this because we have been set a task of where Owen is going to search eBay and I'm going to search FaceBay.
Other auction sites are available.
With the filter saying £800, it gives me a chance to deal a radius of about 100 miles because otherwise it's going to cost
I'm not
me.
travelling any further than 100 miles to buy an 800 quid motor. That's just gamble, isn't it?
I'm going 100 mile radius from Lewisham. If you've been there, don't go there. I can buy myself a nice 190E.
Don't mind a 190E.
Don't mind a 190E.
But the video may as well stop there. I found your car. Right, get your laughing gear around this.
No, look.
He already specified he wants.
So what I want.
I don't even know what it is.
What I want is windows that go up and down. I would like a bit of aircon. Bluetooth would be great, but it probably ain't going to happen.
I mean, that's got aircon.
I need a daily car. Oh, hang on. I've got a Mercedes-Benz SLK convertible. No, not worth my time. Scenic, wouldn't be seen dead.
What about a Jaguar S-Type? Sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I've had two S-Types.
They're shit.
They ain't great. I love a Jag, but they ain't great.
S-Type.
Nice Merc here. It's an. Ooh.
He was scrolling across till he realised it's got no front on it.
It's got no front. It's been wiped out. I was going to say that's cheap, 450 quid. Nissan Note. Now, it's probably quite a nice car, but I'm not buying a Nissan Note.
What about that?
I may as well drive the Peugeot.
When was the last time you saw one of those on the roads?
Whoa.
That's a beauty, isn't it?
That's hearing aid.
Yeah. Look at all of that. I bet it's got like a beige interior. Anyway, so that's the rough sort of idea of stuff you're looking at, isn't it? It's a collection of old Mercs, shit old French stuff.
You ain't going to get much for 500 quid.
No way.
You used to be able to. That's what you guys.
This is what we were saying. Yeah, because 500 quid by the side of the road, that'll do me for a year. And then when it runs out, you think, I'll just bin it. But that doesn't exist now. So,
you know what? Forget about it. But this is going to be a struggle, and I ain't got the time tonight. I need to get back to Dave. And I'm probably going to have to revisit this. So really, I think the task at hand for 500 quid to get a half-decent car is not an easy task.
Mate, it's not going to happen.
I remember 3 years ago, just after COVID, you could buy a £500 car easily.
Yeah, not anymore. So the challenge is set. Are we going to find it?
I don't know. I'm going to have another look tomorrow. Maybe go on a few others, Auto Trader or something like that, and see what comes up. But that's probably as good as we're going to get.
So while Stuart pulls a rabbit out of a hat, we are going to wrap things up and see what he actually manages to find.
But then, the next day, a customer brings his car into the garage where it's got an intermittent fault where the gearbox doesn't select gears. He basically said if we can't find a fault with the car, he's just going to go and scrap it because he can't afford to break down in the middle of nowhere with his wife and kids in the car. So I thought if I can find the problem with the gearbox and it will take a bit of time, or if it happens to me, then I'll get it resolved. So I thought I'd make him an offer. But what was it I made the offer on?
And the car is a Jaguar XF for £350, Nick.
I mean, yeah.
£350. I have a Jaguar, a Jag. Now, I'm not going to talk about their current promotional skills because that is pretty poor at the moment. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Leave that there.
Very colourful, new logo. But yes, I have got a 2.7 turbo diesel XF luxury premium or something like that. Basically, it's got all the bits I wanted. Aircon, heated seats. Obviously, there is a problem with it, but it's not happened to me yet, even though I've owned this for now a week. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue the price. It's a lot of car for the price.
It's a lot of car for 350
and it don't
quid.
look too bad.
No, the only things I would say looks-wise that isn't good. There isn't really any dents. There's no real scratches. The wheels are awful. They have been. They've seen a better life. They have.
Owen Forest wheels, isn't it?
That is an Owen Forest wheel there. But look, the interior, full of leather.
Leather.
It's got foldy things and right. But yeah, nothing on. Obviously, the private reg is coming off. That's not staying on. That is an arrangement. There was a problem when we were trying to take it off. There's a problem doing that. We have to send a logbook. It takes weeks, and it will eventually come off. But yes, so that is it. That is the car that I have bought as a daily for £350.
And what do we reckon these would retail if it didn't have any issues? Well, let's get stuck into that. Let's get stuck into why you've got it for that price.
Yeah, we'll drive in the car and then we'll talk about it, because one, it's bloody wet, it's freezing, and that is very warm. We've got heated seats,
Yeah.
got all of the luxuries, and we'll go in that, go for a drive and tell you a little bit more about it.
It is a lot of car for the money, isn't it? Yeah. But then what would this be without any issues? What would the price of it be?
It's probably only worth
£2 grand?
maybe £2,000.
What's the mileage?
144,000 miles.
See, that seems a young pup compared to what I've just purchased.
Well,
I can't
yes.
say what that is yet because this video's coming out before that.
To be fair, he filmed my reaction of his new car turning up, and I must admit, I am very, very impressed.
Oh,
It's a cool car, mate.
For Mr. Hoy,
It is a cool
that's
car.
high praise. So, Jag then, this is very you.
It's very me. I do love a Jag.
I thought you were going to drive to the gates then. I was like, what?
No.
Oh, I see, it splits.
Yeah, it splits.
I'm not used to this environment. This is,
Yeah, no, I love a Jag, and I would always own a Jag. These are obviously a little bit cheaper to run than the old school ones.
this is diesel.
This is diesel, so commuting or driving here, there and everywhere with whatever we do is fine. You don't realise how long a wheelbase it actually is.
It's massive.
Yeah, that's why the wheels are so battered by the last person.
Right.
But yeah,
This feels tight in here.
it is tight in it.
Yeah. I know vans get through here, but yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I do like a Jag. It's
Very
a
comfortable.
2.7.
Oh, right.
204 horsepower.
But torque must be through the roof.
It's
Yeah, all the torque.
guessing it's all okay.
Well, it's normally, with diesels, it's a higher number than the brake horsepower, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it's not particularly, I would say, I'm not going to say it's fast, because it's...
Well, it's probably quicker than what I've just bought.
Oh, it's definitely quicker than what
It's
you bought.
also weighs probably about 2 tons.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah.
It must be about 1,700,
Jesus.
1,800 kilos. Brands Hatch.
I know.
God, I love it.
Why does it always rain when we come here?
I've been here a couple of times when it's been dry.
Last time we were here, it was both.
Yeah, it was chucking it. wasn't it?
Oh yeah, to be fair, when we did the TT video when I came off here,
Yeah, that was
fond
dry.
memories. That was dry. Yeah. Oh, and that's that. And that's racing, folks. So if you're not sure on your limits, probably best to do that, really.
But what's your thoughts of the Jag?
This, what I think one of the best things about our channel is we wouldn't necessarily have each other's cars. However,
Oh.
if I was just to knock about in something, I could think of much worse cars than this. Yeah, I can think of much worse cars than
The
this.
thing is,
it's not a bit of me because it's Jag.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have I think I'd rather your BMW
Oh, the E92, yeah, that's a nice
over
car.
this if they were similar price, which they
Yeah.
probably are.
You could probably, yeah, this is probably slightly cheaper, I think, because
Right.
Jags are slightly cheaper.
It's just all
because
this,
they're
isn't a bit of me.
Yeah,
It's-
but opening the glove box is cool.
Yeah, it's that button,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's not
Does it
even-
work?
It's not even a button.
Oof.
It's just touch.
Have you done the explanation of all this?
What's wrong with it? Probably I have,
Okay.
but I've also found out a cheat code for that.
Right.
So
when someone says there's a knack to that car, or there's a knack to that, it's probably because it's broken and they can't be bothered or can't afford to fix it.
Well, the part that is faulty from Jaguar,
how much is it?
Is £1,400 plus VAT. But
and what did you pay for the car?
Yeah, it's 350 quid. But if I buy the second-hand part, it's about 300 quid.
The lights aren't working.
No, they don't.
You just take it off in your hands.
Yeah, or I could do a little cheat on the gear knob if it does do it again, which it hasn't done it again. But if it does do it again, there is a cheat
does it
that
have
you
sport?
can do.
Does sport work?
Sport works. I've got my gears.
We've got a bit of room. Straight.
Sport. So sport. What gear are we in? Third. Let's go second.
Oh, it's got torque. It don't actually sound too bad. It sounds very Jag, doesn't it?
Yeah, it don't really sound too diesely either.
A bit of judder there.
There is a bit of judder there, so I think it needs does need new brakes. It's got loads of pad on it.
Right.
But
disc maybe.
Yeah, I think the discs are
warped. Yeah. So what are the renowned problems with these then? What to look out for? Everything.
The 3 litres, they were twin turbo.
Right.
But they had a lot of actuator problems and turbo problems and stuff like that. The thing is with it, I just don't thrash it.
No,
it's one of them that you
drive like an old man. Yeah. Were there originals in it yet, or will that happen?
No, I bought some nonce nuggets.
You can't put that in there.
Oh,
we have to bleep that.
But the good thing is, as you'll notice, maybe behind that, when you own a Jag, you drive at the speed limit. Even though I've been done for speeding in it, right? I've already been done for speeding. But
we don't laugh at that, folks.
We don't laugh. It's 35 in a 30. So usually, if I want to get 3 points, I'd expect to have broke the law a bit more than that. But yeah, with these sort of cars, don't speed in it, and the traffic behind us is queuing up because I'm going the speed limit.
And because you're in a Jag now, actually, you fit a Jag man profile really well. You rarely pick up a bill for all of us.
Yeah,
that's about right. Very rarely have your wallet on you.
Yeah,
and open to a freebie.
Yeah,
that's good. That's off.
That's off.
Are we going to go now? It's the worst day today as well, and you've got a dodgy tyre. Oh god. To be fair, if we did it, yeah. God, it feels, yeah, there's a grrr on that
right,
brake.
Little Judd. You have to push a little bit further, and then it's alright.
They're not confidence inspiring, are they, the brakes?
Well, no, the thing is, these cars are, well, okay, the brakes, yeah, it needs new brakes. They don't handle well either.
Right, it's not built for that.
They are very boat.
Yeah, so what's your plans for it? What are you going to do? Obviously, you're going to daily it.
Well, it's a daily.
It's always going to be worth what you paid for it.
Yeah, if it breaks, I'd scrap it for 350 quid. It's one of them, but it is. I don't know what to do with it. I've never had a show car, so can I make a show car out of
this?
I don't know. Who's done a show car Jag? I really just don't know.
Look at TWR right now.
Yeah,
but that's a very cool Jag. That's a retro Jag.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
And plus they've had some very good designers on it.
Yeah. Maybe the Kaiser will do a body kit for it.
You can get body kits for these, but they're not incredible. But
yeah.
I don't know.
It's not the market though, is it? The market for these is exactly what you're doing, which is knocking about in it. Oh, good. That's a really good topic actually. What would a Jaguar driver read? Because it wouldn't be the Sun, which you probably would read. The Telegraph or the Standard, I reckon.
I reckon and at the weekend they get a nice Sunday Sport
supplement.
Sunday Sport.
And they'll say, Jocelyn, did you see that Michael McIntyre is on tonight? He's ever so funny. Michael McIntyre. He's ever so funny. Let's tune in and watch that later. That's what they would say.
Do you know how much? Here's a question for you. Do you know how much this car was new?
Oh, that's a really good question. What do you reckon? It's 2008, Reg.
It's a 2008,
which is an early one,
brand
isn't
new.
it?
Now, bear in mind, I've bought it for £350.
Yeah. I reckon I'm going to say 10 times what you paid for it. I'm going to say 35 grand.
48. This was
48 grand. Wow.
Because it's got all of the specs. It's got the reversing camera. It's got the seats. It's got the upgraded wood. It's got this, that, and the other. It was a fully loaded.
You know what? No, I have pissed myself. No, the seated heats don't work, my friend, I'm afraid, on my side.
Well, I don't give a fuck. Mine
You're
does.
not sat there.
Exactly. Mine is lovely. Thank you very much.
Right, so there you go. You can buy a car for less than £500. Obviously, it was a bit of luck. I was the right place, right time. And it came to me, really. It found me instead of me finding it. It was just one of them. And obviously, being in the trade, you do get opportunities like that do arise. But I think for 350 quid,
A hell of a car, yeah.
if it goes wrong, I'll scrap it for 350 quid. But to be fair, if it did go wrong and it was a couple of 100, 300, 400 quid a fix, I'd do it. But what I want to know is, what do you want to see me do with it? Do I just use it as a daily, or would you have any interest in that car being on the channel and maybe made into a bit of a show car? I don't know. I've not seen many of them modified, so I wouldn't know. Other than that, go out and have a look for your £500 car. See if there's any cars that you've seen online for £500 that would be better than that, to be fair. That would be nice to know. And not only that, Nick, who's holding the camera, also has a special surprise coming up, which I knew nothing about until today. And I've seen it, and you guys don't want to miss that. So make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button to come back to find out what he's got. You won't be disappointed.
Something real, something raw, not accidental, no, I'm sure. You're not needed, show you the door. But what's that, yeah, are you sure? Yeah, that's a rental, yeah, what a bore. Lying, nothing in your core. Buying, yeah, what for?